When it comes to staying entertaining on the internet, YouTubers have been known to go above and beyond. Pushing the envelope with various pranks, stunts, jokes, prizes, and tours is sometimes necessary. What happens when these YouTubers barely make it out alive will astound you. Some of your favorite YouTubers are included, including MrBeast, SSSnperwolf, and more. You won't believe what occurs when this YouTuber barely makes it out alive if you watch the complete video. 10. Gina Smith. Before it dissolved in 2016, Gina Smith was a part of the duo's YouTube series Boyfriend vs. Girlfriend. However, before calling it quits, she and Jesse Wellens created a blog in which they explored San Francisco. Smith and Wellens ride a tram car through the center of the city in their film before Smith steps out on the tram car's edge to stretch out for a photo. As another tram car arrives from the opposite direction, the YouTuber fails to notice the impending danger. Jesse Wellens, Smith's then-boyfriend, caught her attention in a flash, prompting her to return to the vehicle seconds before the incoming tram passed. The video has subsequently been removed from the internet. 9. Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat, a YouTuber, posted a video titled "The Day I Almost Died" in May 2015, in which he recounts climbing a mountain in Chile. According to Neistat, he and his friends were disoriented around 21,000 feet and proceeded to black out as they moved towards the mountain's summit due to the high altitude. He claimed he had no recollection of the incident other than the footage and a memory of being extremely tired. 8. Jeff Wittek. In June 2020, YouTuber and barber Jeff Wittek attempted to record a stunt with Blog Squad commander David Dobrik. However, his participation in the stunt almost cost him his life. Wittek was swinging from a crane arm operated by Dobrik in a now exclusive video on his Patreon page when the rope swung around and smacked the YouTuber into the arm. Wittek's skull was smashed in 9 places, as well as damaged ligaments in his knee, a broken foot, hip, and a shattered eye socket as a result of the accident. Before marking the 1-year anniversary of his injury, Jeff had to undergo major reconstructive surgery and rehabilitation. 7. SSSnperwolf. A drunk driver struck SSSnperwolf. Something else happened, according to SSSnperwolf, although she would probably never discuss it in detail. She went on to say that she had been depressed for a long time and that she had been hit by a drunk driver in her beautiful new automobile while despondent. She described it as essentially my dream automobile. I was overjoyed with it. I only owned it for a few months before going out for frozen yogurt with my boyfriend Sausage after playing Overwatch. We were just at a stoplight, looking at his phone and changing the music when the automobile suddenly slammed into us. According to SSSnperwolf, the motorist was driving at 50 to 60 miles per hour because he was inebriated and had fallen asleep with his foot on the gas pedal. Everyone appears to have escaped significant harm in the crash. Laya reported that the driver was arrested and sentenced to prison, but that the accident occurred in June, 6 months before she recorded her video, and that her brand new car was still in the shop. 6. Scott DeShields Jr. Scott DeShields Jr., who operates the Kentucky Ballistics YouTube page, was shooting a fire hydrant at the end of his gun range with a Serbu 0.50 caliber rifle when the gun exploded, puncturing his throat and temporarily blinding him. DeShields stated that he could be 6 feet under in a 20-minute video detailing the incident. For the video, he said he was using slap rounds, which are high-powered ammunition that is no longer manufactured and is expensive to purchase. They were powerful enough to pass through the fire hydrant DeShields was shooting, but he now feels they were tampered with, and he describes them as extremely hot. The slap rounds were acting a bit odd, DeShields claimed, with one landing about a foot and a half lower and to the right of where he was shooting. When he chose to fire one more round, aiming for the thickest area of the fire hydrant, the gun burst, blowing off the steel cap. The cap broke DeShields' nose and orbital bone in 3 places, despite the fact that he was wearing protective goggles. Meanwhile, one of the ears sped past DeShields' head, ripping a hole in his hat and sending it flying 7 to 8 feet, while the other burst into his throat, lacerated his jugular vein, and perforated his right lung. When DeShields arrived at the hospital, a doctor informed him that his right lung had collapsed due to the presence of blood, and that his left index finger was shaped like a W. DeShields was intubated while still conscious and airlifted to Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, Tennessee, where he was hooked up to every equipment available, according to him. Because the jugular vein feeds oxygenated blood to the brain, the physicians sliced open his chest and pinched off his jugular vein to heal it, and his lung, placing him at risk of a stroke. 5. Gage Jillian. Gage Jillian, a 17-year-old, crashed his father's one-of-a-kind Pagani Huayra Roadster in Dallas. In the incident, the adolescent, who has roughly 84,000 subscribers on his YouTube account GG Exotics, sustained minor injuries. He also detailed the disaster in a video on his YouTube page, saying that he had a shattered arm as a result of the event. The front half of the automobile was entirely broken from the hit, front wheels torn apart, airbags activated, and the door ripped away from the body of the car, according to photos and video now circulating on the internet. Jillian's father, Tim, according to sources, is the founder of Dallas-based private equity firm Cross Equities and owns a complete fleet of high-end vehicles. Pagani Huayra is a mid-engine sports car made by Pagani, an Italian sports car manufacturer. For Comedy Shorts Gamer, the car he drives appears to be a brand new Audi TT, and the Quattro emblem indicates that it has a 2-liter TFSI engine under the hood. What, you're curious about the cost of the wreckage? We'd suggest at least GBP 36,000, taking into account the powertrain, the likely auto gearbox, and the S-Line package. He was driving his Audi TT when he went around a wet band on the road and lost control of the car. He ended up driving straight into a ditch and the car ended up flipping over now. He fully acknowledges that the incident was his fault. He thought he was a good driver, but he ended up losing control entirely. He also did a video showing off how his Audi looked after the crash. The YouTuber should consider himself fortunate to have made it this far. The TT has a decent crash test rating, but we can see from the photographs that the roof on the driver's side has entirely caved in. Right-hand drive in Britain, all of the airbags, including the curtain ones, have been deployed. 3. Ben Brown. Ben Brown, a British YouTuber, is known for his lifestyle vlogs. Brown was caught on camera in an accident in early 2016. The YouTuber's side of the vehicle gets hit first, causing the airbag to deploy. A vehicle can be seen appearing outside the intersection and colliding with the car's rear end, according to an outside video source. Despite the fact that the injuries were minor and both vehicles were traveling at modest speeds, the video footage served as a cautionary tale for drivers. 2. Dae-G, Comedy Shorts Gamer. Dae-G, also known as Comedy Shorts Gamer on YouTube, talked about his near-death experience in September 2016 after being involved in a car accident. Dae-G revealed in his video titled "I Could Have Died" that he was driving his sedan when he lost control of his vehicle as he went around a wet bend on a road. The car flipped over as the YouTuber drove straight into a ditch. Dae-G said that he was to blame and that he thought he was a skilled driver. Dae-G flaunted his slight injuries in his video. Dae-G's driver's side, which in the UK is the left side, was totaled, with the windshield and roof crushed in. 1. Jimmy MrBeast Donaldson. Jimmy MrBeast Donaldson is one of the most successful YouTubers in the world, yet he and his team were nearly killed while traveling home from filming a long video. However, Donaldson and his friend group have done enough crazy stunts to warrant some concern on the part of his viewers. Like that time he buried himself alive for 50 hours, but nothing comes close to the story he regaled to fellow YouTuber Logan Paul. During an episode of the Impulsive podcast, MrBeast described the horrifying moment when he and his friends almost died while traveling back home from filming an 8-hour video the day before. Donaldson made sure to clarify that he and his friends had not been drinking the night prior and had all gotten a full night's sleep. Unfortunately, the driver of the car they were riding in on the way home became ill, and after informing MrBeast of his situation, fell asleep at the wheel. Fortunately, MrBeast avoided colliding with anyone while taking his friend's foot off the accelerator and tapping the brakes with his hand to slow the vehicle down. MrBeast suffered a head injury as Donaldson turned the wheel away from the road and against a concrete wall, which prohibited them from proceeding any farther. That's all for today. See you next time with a lot more. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.